happy scribblers, and thanks for joining me today. Today we have a quick and easy project. So there's something that I've been wanting to do, and I've thought I would do it in my bullet journal for quite a while, but I haven't done it for a couple of reasons. So I have been wanting to set up a communications tracker where I can basically put in the symbol, like make a key of what kind of symbol is for what kind of communication, email, phone call, messaging, for example, and then be able to write down a date with that symbol, with the person's name who I have, communicated with, and then maybe even have room for a note or two about what we spoke about, just to kind of not forget. Sometimes I forget. I'm very forgetful and I have a lot of ADHD tendencies. And so writing things down helps me. And since I live far away from a lot of my friends and a lot of my family, I often just kind of forget to communicate, except for those few people who I communicate with on a daily or almost daily basis, like my sisters. I don't forget to communicate with them, but I can forget to communicate with other friends that I have who live on the other side of the world, for example, and just check in and see how they're doing. Sometimes I get an email and I think, oh, I'm going to respond to that after I'm done making breakfast for the girls or something like that, and then I forget. And so I feel like this idea will just help me keep track of when was the last time I communicated with someone and what means of communication we use. So I'm going to set that up in this little tiny notebook. This I got from Walmart. It has no brand name or anything in it, and I don't have the label anymore that came with the package, but I remember that they were 3 for 99 cents, I believe, and I bought them, and I've used them for my daughters as like their little mini bullet journals, just for them to have fun with, and they like stick things in them, glue things in, or tape things in, and draw little pictures and stuff. It's pretty fun. But I had this one sitting around and I thought, okay, this is perfect for trying out my idea. I've also scoured the web in search for something similar to this idea that I have, and I haven't really found anything like this. I don't know, I guess my original idea of putting it in my bullet journal was just because that's where I have everything. But the reason I decided not to is because it's really unpredictable how much I'm going to communicate in 1 month. And also, I just feel like I would be really limited as to how much space I have. And with this, I could use, if I wanted to, a whole little page dedicated to maybe one conversation that I had, so that I can remember the points, especially for those conversations that get rather deep. I like to have conversations with my sisters about like natural remedies and things like that, and a lot of times I'll forget some of the things that they share with me, and so this is just a perfect spot for me to take note, and I know with a couple of keywords I'll remember the conversation. And so that is the overall gist of this idea, and it's going to be very simple, I think, and straightforward. So I'm not going to do anything on the outside. It tends to smear, and I'm not sure what I'm going to mark it with, but I am eventually going to decorate the outside somehow. I think I need some stickers for that. So for now, all I'm going to do is set up the key right here, and then I think that's all I need to do. I can just start using it right away. So I wanted to have a clear idea in my mind of what my key was going to be, and I think I have it figured out. But I obviously don't want to use anything too complicated, because then it'll just make it not so fun to use this. And I want it to be easy and fun so that I can keep up with it. So the first thing I'm going to do here is just draw a line. I'm just using this pen I got from the Dollar Tree. They're actually really good. I think it was a 5-pack or maybe even a 6-pack for $1, and it works really well. Okay, so I had a little note here. We need messaging, emails, and phone call, and mail. because I do get letters sometimes. So I think that's 4. Okay, so there's that. So I'm going to try to put them in order of what will most commonly be used. So my first one is going to be messages, and this will just be any messages on any platforms, any type of messages, and it's just going to be 3 little circles, kind of like the ones that you see when somebody is typing when you're in like iMessages and it's just showing those 3 little dots. So I thought that would be the best way to remember messages. And then the next one would be a phone call, and I'm just going to do this little phone like that with a little cord, and I can color those in. And then the next one is going to be emails. So I decided for an email, I will just draw a little envelope like that and put an E before it. Very simple. And then mail, I'm just gonna do another envelope, but I'm gonna put a little heart like that. There. So there's that. I had thought about assigning highlight colors to certain people, but like I said, I want this to be like a one pen thing where I don't have to go digging through all my highlighters and find the right color each time that I talk to a certain person, because I don't think I'll keep up with it if I do that. So I think this is going to be all that it is. And I'm just going to write in message, phone, call, email, and snail mail. Okay, so it's very simple, straightforward, and I'll just put in here my symbols, ... or whatever, write down who it was, and the date. So I don't need to make lines, I don't think. I think what I'll do is just have the symbol here, the date, and then however many lines I decide to dedicate to that communication. There's an idea for you guys. I hope that you like this. I hope it sparked creativity in you. And this is one more item that is going to be going in this stretchy little pocket that I made. Whew, I think it's near capacity now. But there you have it. Thanks for joining me. And please don't forget to subscribe if you like this content and want to see more bullet journal and journaling and art content. Much love to you all, and we will see you again soon.